Devon. So because you went home and changed your clothes, your confidence is boost now, and you think that it's okay to reach in to kiss somebody who you only known for 2 days. Okay. Okay. Welcome to my channel. We're here. We break down reality TV shows with laughter and reenactments, all while giving it to you straight with no chaser. Because we don't just watch TV around here, we get into the things of the things. So sit back and relax. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Ready to Love, season 11, episode 2. And whoever thought of this setup, this new format that they got going on, yeah, tens, and more tens. I love it. I love everything about everything that's going on, okay? We definitely got some things to get into, but before we do, if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through, and if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before and you have not subscribed, I'm just trying to figure out why. Why? You obviously like it here because you're back. And I want you here, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing well, and I'm ready to get into Ready to Love because although it's only episode 2, I'm really enjoying it so far. I really am, okay? So let's just go ahead and get into it. So the episode opens up with Tommy telling the group, okay, that their time here today is over. I said, oh, okay, it's a play on words. Your time here today is over, but your journey to find love isn't. That's when we find out that there's going to be another mixer, okay? Tomorrow they're going to have another mixer with the 4 people that's up there. Now, Dominique is having mixed emotions about all of this because she feels like she just got rejected. I don't even know if I want to, continue to date these people. Obviously, they don't want me here. But she decides that she's going to do something different next time, and she's going to put her best foot forward. So maybe this second chance is exactly what she needed. So the night is still going on. I thought the mixer was over, but apparently it's not, okay? Because Tommy tells them that 6 more people will be up for quote unquote elimination, meaning that they will be going to the mixer tomorrow as well. And then out of those 10 people, 2 people will be going home, 1 man, 1 woman. I love it. I love it because they introduced us to everybody and then they honed in on a few people to give them a real chance, a real fight, another chance at Ready to Love. I love this. So now everybody's mixing and mingling, really trying to get a feel for each other, trying to feel the vibe, right? Now Chris goes to Donna and he's like, spill the beans, spill the beans. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, like, what are the girls saying about me? I just want to know if I'm going home. Donna said, hold on, wait a minute, because now she's trying to figure out is he actually likes her? Is he actually interested in her? Or is he more focused on staying around? It's giving he's more focused on staying around. Because this was your perfect opportunity to get to know her, build a genuine connection, and then maybe she won't put you at the bottom. But doing all of this is exactly what's going to get you to go home. Obviously, you wasn't at the bottom the first time. So that means you must be doing something well. So all of this that you're doing right now isn't a good look at all, okay? Lord, Cardi just can't get it together, y'all. He can't get it together. He's talking to Ashante, and she is trying to really get to know him, but she said that it's getting awkward. And I'm just like, Cardi, what's going on, baby? What is going on? Is it too many people? Are you overwhelmed? Because she's asking the questions and it just wasn't flowing. It just was not flowing. I'm starting to feel bad for Cardi because I feel like he might be out of his element just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, Nicole, y'all, Nicole is gushing over Edward. She said that she's feeling like that little girl again. All those feelings is coming back. I said, Nicole, you gotta chill, girl. Chill. She wanted that man. Okay, she wanted that man. So while they sitting down talking, he's telling her that he always heard great things about her and that, all the exchanges that they had was very pleasant. My girl Nicole is down bad over Edward, y'all. She's down bad. She said that she's excited to spend more time with him and she don't know if he's been secretly in love with her like she's been in love with him the whole time. I said, in love? Oh, this is deeper than I thought. I thought it was just like a cute little crush or whatever. But homegirl is talking like, oh my God, like she was writing his name in a journal, had him plastered all over the, the locker. Let me tell you something. I had a crush in high school and baby, I learned his whole entire schedule and I wore him down. Yes, I did. Okay. He eventually made me his girlfriend and he took me home to his mama. Yeah. Cause I'm that girl. But I totally understand how it feels to have a crush on somebody and then finally have the opportunity. I hope that maybe we could see something develop. I'm not sure though, because when they were talking, she was telling him how she never dated anyone with kids. Asked him, did he want kids? He's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I want to be a soccer mom. I want the whole thing, right? Now, although he's entertaining this conversation, in a confessional, he said that he got to see her in a different light because he always thought of her as the homie and he really likes her energy, which already lets me know that he was not secretly in love with her and he thought of her as the homie. And I don't know if that's going to be able to like translate into a romantic connection overnight. You know what I mean? Like just because you here and we know each other doesn't mean that like now me and you won't be a thing. And I hope that, you know, my girl don't get her hopes up because the way it's looking like he might not see her in that way. Now, Ashante said that she wants to be a little bit more aggressive this time around, but she doesn't know if she's fully ready to open up to a bunch of strangers. Girl, this is ready to love. It is like speed dating times 10. You need to be able to open up to really get to know these people. If you are guarded like this, maybe this isn't the right show for you. Because if people feel like you're not opening up and you're not being your authentic self, they won't send you home quick, fast, and in a hurry. So Tommy comes back because remember, we got to send 6 more people to the next mixer. So he sits down with the women and he starts talking to them. Who we sending to the second mixer? Now, Donna immediately, and when I say immediately, I mean immediately brought up how Chris seems more focused on staying instead of building genuine connections. Ashante said that she feels like him and her would be clashing a lot because he's real masculine or whatever. And with that little clip of the video where we saw him talking about like how, you know, women need to be feminine and they trying to tell him that we need to have a balance, I'm sitting here like, ooh, the misogyny is like leaking out. I don't know how I feel about that. I got my eye on you, Chris. I definitely got my eye on you. Now, Shannon said that Cardi seems uncomfortable and the conversations with him just seems very much forced. Now, Ashanti was like, he's just not my vibe. Nicole jumped in and was like, it don't matter how many mixers you send him to. You could send him to 12 other mixers. It's always going to be a no for me. And I'm like, well, damn, what the hell did he do to you? Just because y'all have maybe an awkward conversation or whatever doesn't mean you got to be so nasty towards that man. That man didn't attack you or do anything bad to you for you to be like all on that. I don't know. The energy that she gave him was a little unnecessary to me anyway, okay? Now, Diamond said Bello. Now, Xavier was also mentioned, but when Lauren mentioned Xavier, she said it's because he wouldn't spin around. Okay, let's talk about it for a second. Because apparently, because I was like, oh, I'm here for that, people were upset, right? Because she was asking him to spin around. Here's my thing. I watch a lot of dating shows all the time. Even this has happened already to love where a man meets the woman, he holds her hand, he spins her around, he checks her out. We think nothing of it, right? It's not that big of a deal. Here's my thing. I felt like it was just fun banter until she really felt some type of way because he didn't do it. Remember, I said, you can't be mad because if he would have asked you to do that, you probably wouldn't have liked it, right? Right. That's when I realized that, you know, she was being more serious than just playful and joking. And that's the issue. That is an issue. So if you took offense to that, I apologize. I really, really do. But my thing is, I've seen it happen so many times and it's never really been an issue. My issue is that she really felt some type of way because he didn't do it. Like, girl, he don't need to spin around for you. So now Tommy goes to talk to the men so we can figure out who else is going to the mixer. Now, Diamond was mentioned. I knew they was going to mention Diamond because we haven't seen a lot of her. So I kind of expected for her to be mentioned. They also said Christina got too much energy. Donna was mentioned and Shannon was mentioned. But Ashanti was mentioned a lot. And this is what I mean by girl. You came on Ready to Love. You need to have some sense of vulnerability and really be able to get to know these people because they will send you home. They will send you home immediately, okay? And that's what it's looking like. Because when Tommy came back and he started calling the people down there, when it came to the men, he called Cardi. And Cardi's like, what? I'm trying to figure out how did I get here? That's crazy. And I'm like, Cardi, would you not like feeling the awkwardness in the conversations that you were having? Did you not see how weird it was? No, you didn't pick up on that? Yeah, social cues. Social cues, sir. But nonetheless, Tommy calls Chris. And Chris is like, wow, I know everything about these women. Wow. And I'm like, that's the issue. You're not really building genuine connections. You're taking notes so that you can find a way to stay. You're more focused on staying than building real connections. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye on him because it gives me that he's ready to run game. That's what it's giving. And then last for the men, he calls Xavier. Now, when we get to the women, he said Diamond. No surprise here, right? He also mentioned Christina. Now, Christina says she knows for a fact that she should not be in the bottom because there was other women that she felt should have been there. Christina, who you thought should have been there, girl? Who you thought should have been at the bottom? I just want to know, since you felt like, it shouldn't have been you, it should have been somebody else. Who would you have put at the bottom? I'm just curious. And then, of course, he called Ashante. I already knew she was going because she didn't open up and she's very guarded and it's obvious, okay? So now we get to the second mix-up and Christina loves the way Chris smells, okay? I don't know if Chris really smells as good as, she was saying it, but I feel like I need a whiff of it because the way she was like, having flashbacks about the smell made me want to know, what's the cologne, sir? What's the cologne, okay? Now, Dominique saw Devon and she looked at him like, oh, you look very relaxed today. I said, that's crazy. That made me chuckle because they really was saying that man looked like he was a deacon in the church, okay? But he definitely looked a lot younger, a little bit more hip, okay? That's what the kids say. That's not what the kids say. That's what the old people say. But nonetheless, he did look a little bit more hip in his different outfit, okay? So Richie just seems a little bit out of place to me. He's like just standing around, just looking like, I'm like, come on, Richie, I need you to get in the mix or you gonna be going home. But then he goes ahead and he tells to Dominique that she needs to smile more. And that irritates me because I can't stand when a man tells a woman that she needs to smile more. So she's in a confessional like, that's the first thing you're going to say to me is I need to smile more. If I tell you what you need to do more, your little feelings going to be hurt. I said, okay, Dominique, okay. This cast is going to be a problem. This cast is going to be a problem. When I tell you that the women are not holding back, they are not holding back at all. So I already know we're going to have a drama-filled season. That's for sure, okay? So Tommy lets them know that this is their second chance and last chance. One man, one woman going home. So get it right this time. Make the best first impression that you can. So Cardi and Dominique are chatted up and he's like, her vibe is totally different today. And I'm thinking to myself, like, and so is yours, Cardi. You seem a little bit more relaxed. You seem a little bit more comfortable. I think it was just too many people. Because now it's only 10 of them instead of 20. I feel like he doesn't have to do as much and he feels a little bit more comfortable because he was putting it on heavy with Dominique, okay? They was sitting there talking, laughing and whatnot. He done put his arm around her. She was like, oh. You put your arm around me? She said it just felt so natural and she receives it like, claim was yours. And I was like, well, hold on because this escalated fast. Cardi went from being awkward, not being able to have no conversations, hold the conversation, all the things to now sitting this close to Dominique with his arm around her and all the things. You almost got sent home, sir. Where was this energy last night? Nonetheless, Cardi showed up today, okay? He said, oh, no. What y'all not about to do is send me home. And you know what? I'm here for that. Now, Emily and Xavier are starting over because apparently their last interaction wasn't that well. But since they both here at the bottom, it could be possibly going home. We might as well see if this can work, right? So he's telling her how he's just so busy. He's just so busy. And that's probably why he's single because he can't commit to one thing at a time. And I was like, Xavier, do you hear yourself? Do you hear how that would sound to a woman who's trying to date you? It says you don't have time to be dating. How is this going to work, Xavier? How is this going to work? So while they sitting there just talking, she's like, hold on, let me just cut you off. And he's like, yeah, it's about to get juicy. Go ahead, ask me what you got to ask me. He thinking the conversation going good, not realizing that he just put his foot in his mouth. Because now she like, I don't know if this man actually got time. She put her hand on his hand and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go over there. And he was like, oh, so you're really cutting me off. The way I laughed because when I told y'all that Emily is no nonsense just from the picture, I meant that. I read it just from the picture and she has not proven me wrong yet. Okay? She says she know what she want and she know what she don't want. So we know she ain't gonna be settling, that's for sure. Boy, Xavier didn't know what was going on. His smile turned to a frown so fast. Oh my God. Y'all, this cast. When I tell you this cast is going to make up for what we had last season. I promise you they are, okay? So now everyone's sitting around and they having this group discussion. They talking about having female friends and how do women feel about that, right? Now, Chris said that, you know, if he had a female friend that's really just his friend, he would bring her around his girl. They could be like sisters and whatever the case may be. And Richie followed it up with, yeah, because I got like 1,000 female friends. And the ladies are like, what? You got like you got a lot of female friends. I say y'all just be talking too much. Now I know that we told Ashante that she need to open up, but y'all really just be talking too much. Cause yeah, that's not good for your case, sir. Thousands of female friends. Now I know it's exaggeration, but that mean that you around a lot of women, and yeah. No, okay? But y'all know one thing, Dominique for sure wasn't feeling it. Now, I said the ladies wasn't feeling it, but she definitely wasn't feeling it. She gonna stay on that man's neck ever since he made that comment. Oh, she's gonna stay on his neck. She said that he cannot ruin his second impression with her because he already ruined the first one. It was never coming back. Ciao! The women are not here to play. The women are running a tight, strict ship over here. And I got mixed feelings about it because although, you know, he did make that little comment to her, it was like, dang, girl, the way everybody, when they feel some type of way about that person and they be talking in the confessionals, I wonder how they feel watching it back because they not holding back in them confessionals at all. Like, ugh. I hope after everybody watched the season, if they friends, they stay friends because the way that they be going in these confessionals, baby, they're going to be on the internet arguing in a couple of days. I promise you they will, okay? So now Devon is taking this opportunity to work the room because he got to make a better second impression than the first time around. And, you know, I guess the outfit gave him a confidence boost. He's feeling himself. But the women are feeling him, okay? So this is why I really like this idea of the second mixer, giving the, you know, the people who were down at the bottom a chance to like redeem themselves all together. Because like, yeah, could you imagine like the personalities that we are starting to see that we didn't get to see yesterday? Like we finally get to see Cardi open up a little bit. We looking at Devon and his outfit change, and now he got the confidence that we didn't see last time. So yeah, stick with this formula. I'm really enjoying it, okay? So Tommy comes back and he wants to talk to the girls, okay? Because he wants to know who has stepped their game up. Everybody like Cardi. Cardi stepped his game up. Devon stepped his game up. They was loving on Devon. I say, yeah, that's why I like this formula. It's working. It's working, okay? So we want to know who didn't step up their game. Who needs to be up for elimination? So we knew Dominique was going to say Richie because she's going to keep her foot on that man's neck no matter what. Chris was also brought up because obviously they don't feel like he's really that much genuine. And then Xavier, which I thought was so funny because after the girls was mentioning Xavier's name, we get Xavier in the confessional like, yeah, I'm not worried about no elimination. I'm feeling good or whatever. I'm sure the ladies ain't put me at the bottom. And then Tommy comes out there and the first name he calls is Xavier. I said, dang. Nobody's safe, baby. Nobody's safe. And then he calls Richie. I already knew it was going to be Richie and Xavier at the bottom, but I wasn't too sure about who was going home. But the ladies decided that it was time for Richie to go home. And I'm just going to say that I'm happy about that. Okay? RIP to Richie. And I'm happy that he is going home because I would feel wrong doing my commentary on him, being honest, if he would have acted a certain way and things of that nature, knowing that he's not with us anymore. So for me, I'm just happy that, you know, he did get to experience this. But as a reviewer and someone who has to make commentary, now I don't have to feel like I need to walk on eggshells when discussing him because he's not here. So RIP to Richie. Nice to meet you. And I'm glad that you at least got to experience this much of Ready to Love. Now that that's out the way, let's move on. So the mixer continues, right? Now everyone's still mixing and mingling because we got to figure out which woman is going to go home tonight. So I'm trying to figure out why Devon would ask Ashanti to judge him in his looks. Devon, sir, we were doing good. We were doing good, okay? But he said he just wanted to see if she's attracted to him. But why did you have to do that? You was just better off asking her, am I your type? Because now Ashante is sitting there like, well, when it comes to men and they looks, it's not that important to women. I said, girl, if you want to say the man ugly, just say he ugly, because that's basically what you're saying. And that's why you shouldn't be asking no questions like that, Devon, because you done set yourself up for the girl to basically tell you ugly to your face. Ciao. And from that interaction, I can tell you who won't be a couple, Devon and Ashante. So Diamond is talking to Xavier, and you can tell that Diamond is really just trying to like fill it out. She's trying to fill it out. She likes Xavier. It's clear she likes him. She's talking to him, but he don't like her like that. He said that she's cool, but it's not a romantic connection there. And I kind of felt bad a little bit because she was like, we should exchange numbers. And it felt like he didn't even want to give her his number for real. Oh, I hated that. I hated that for her because it really seemed like she was really interested in him, and he wasn't here for that at all. She had a hard time this episode. She really did, okay? So now Dominique and Devon are talking. They're sitting on the couch, and Devon's like, oh my God, I just love talking to her. She's so beautiful. She's intelligent. He said that she's his boo. Okay, she just brings something out of him. He's loving him some Dominique, and I'm not mad at it. She's a beautiful woman, right? Even though y'all said that y'all feel like she here playing games because ain't none of these men really on her level because of her ex-boyfriend and who her ex-husband is, okay? Y'all don't think she really serious for real. Look, until I feel like she not serious, I'm going to take it serious. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But nonetheless, he's sitting super close to her, like really close to her. And she went in and she's like, let me wipe your lip. Let me wipe your lip. So she wiping his lip. And then next thing you know, he goes to lean in to kiss her. Y'all, she was like, was you trying to kiss me? Cause Devon, why? She was like, what? Why would you try to kiss? This is crazy. And I'm like, exactly, Devon, why? He's talking about something. He felt like this was a great time. You thought this was a great time? You thought her doing this to you was the signal to lean in and kiss her? Oh my God, when I tell you the way I was cracking up, because why? She was like, you haven't even taken me out on a date yet. You didn't even feed me. You thought you was about to just sit here and kiss me. But she handled it very, very well. She did not reject him in a nasty way. It was very much so playful and stuff. And they continued to have a good time. But y'all, Devon, you done changed your clothes and became a whole new person now. I'm going to need you to tighten up, sir. Tighten up. So apparently Xavier and Christina had a conversation at the other mixer, right? And he asked her how old she was, and she told him, didn't your mama teach you better than that? And I said, oh, see, this is what I mean. The girls are saying whatever comes straight to their mind. She kind of snapped on him just a little bit. It was a lot of attitude in there, right? But my thing is, why can't y'all ask ages? You're dating. Age is a proper question to ask people when you're dating. Like, girl, why you don't want to tell him how old you is? And then to respond so snappy was unnecessary. So now she wants to take this time to apologize to Xavier because she realized that, it was very much unnecessary. Because, girl, everybody's going to know how old you are. They're going to put it on the screen. Just tell them. Nonetheless, she wants to stay. And she knows that she needs to make up with somebody so that she can stay. So she apologized. And he accepted her apology. He said everything is cool and she's not running away from him. So I guess that means that there's room to build a connection with these two. So now we cut over to Diamond, right? And Diamond is talking to Chris. And I'm like, oh, it's about time Diamond finally get, a chance to talk to somebody. Christina walks right over there like, you just smell so good. You smell so good. And she like, yeah, can I take you away? Can I take you away? Diamond was not having that. She was like, don't you see us having a conversation? Cause girl, like, what you think this what you think this is? Side note, Diamond, the dress was not flattering. It was not flattering. I did not like it at all. Do not wear it again. Okay, just don't wear it again. Throw it away, donate it. It's not a good dress for your body type. Okay, it just looked crazy. Don't wear it again, okay? You look beautiful, but the dress was not for you. Nonetheless, Christina leaves, okay? We got Christina out the way. So now Diamond and Chris can finish having this conversation. But who walks over? Dominique. Dominique walks right over there. She sits down. She just makes herself at home. She just starts asking him multiple questions. Like daggone Diamond wasn't there. And I'm like, Diamond girl, say something, do something, interject, make your presence known, because the way she just took over this little interaction is crazy. That was rude. That was so freaking rude, because she knew it was rude, because she was like, oh, I just gonna come over here and start talking like I don't care. You don't care, girl. You gave no fucks at all. Baby, whoo, Diamond got patience, because that would have sent me over the top. Because why every time I'm talking to somebody want to come over here? Go about your business. You had your time. I didn't come interrupt you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But, Tommy shows up and we got to send a woman home. And I'm like, damn, Dominique ain't really got no chance to build no connections with nobody, because the one person she like don't like her back. And then she finally was able to have a conversation with Chris that got interrupted twice. Interrupted twice and took it over. Damn. That sucks. I felt bad for her. I really did. I ain't gonna hold you. Girl, you need to learn to speak up for yourself a little bit. Just a little bit. So Tommy comes in and he's talking to the men and he wants to know who they connecting with, who stepped their game up, okay? Devon said Dominique, and of course we knew that because that man tried to tongue her down on that couch. All because she went to wipe something off his upper lip, okay? Chris said Christina. He said that they have a vibe, and he also likes Diamond, which made me feel a little better, especially because they didn't really get a chance to connect, but he's still, checking for her a little bit. I felt better about that, right? Cardi said Dominique and Emily. Christina's apology must have worked because Xavier said that she stepped it up today, okay? So I guess he wants to keep her around a little bit longer. So the apology must have worked, girl. It must have worked. Of course, we need to know who didn't give quite a good second impression. Ashanti's name came up a lot, okay? Diamond name came up a few times. So of course, when Tommy pulls them to the front, he's going to call Ashanti and Diamond because their name was mentioned a lot. Now, I didn't know who they was going to send home. But if I had to choose, right, I feel like they had a better chance at sending Ashanti home because she's not really ready to open up and be vulnerable enough for this process anyway. But they sent Diamond home, which I felt like did themselves a real disservice because y'all didn't really give her a chance for real. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But anyway, y'all, that was Ready to Love. And I'm excited about this season. I can tell you right now, we in for a ride, baby. We in for a ride. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about everything that happened. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video up. You get 3 hypes a week. Spend one on me. Spend one on me, okay? And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And with all that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.